Hi, I'm Steffi Drucker, and this is my video editing statement for my video interview project for my multimedia reporting class. So for my video interview, I chose to talk to Carly DeWald, who is a student athlete on the U of I wheelchair track team. I chose her because she happens to be an out-of-state student, so I'm always curious as to why out-of-state students choose to come to Illinois. But besides that, wheelchair track and Paralympic sports in general is something that not a lot of people know about, I feel like. So I wanted to bring attention to that topic through my project. And she happens to have a really incredible story. She's competed in the London 2012 Games, and she's training now to compete in Brazil in 2016. So I have never worked with video before, so this project was completely new and brought lots of new challenges for me. I think there were different challenges along the way. So kind of in the beginning, just trying to change my thinking and, shoot for the edit while I was out and filming her at practice. It's kind of hard to picture how you're going to put everything together when you've never put anything together like that before. So that was definitely difficult, but I just made sure to try and get as many different shots as I could, different angles, different just trying to get as much as I possibly could so that I would have a lot to choose from. And I definitely think I achieved that goal, may have even gone a little overboard. I got about 62 videos in the end, I believe, to choose from. So quite a bit, but I'd rather have too much than too little. And another thing, I wish that I had got a couple more cutaway shots than I did. I knew that I would come back and not have just everything I need. I did take some because the training facility was recently remodeled, and so it's really beautiful, new now, has some cool motivational quotes on the walls, which is what I got footage of. But I wish that I had also gotten some more shots of just equipment laying around or Carly interacting with her teammates or her coaches, although that part wasn't necessarily in my control because her teammates and coaches were training outside since it was such a nice day out. So if they had been there, I definitely would have gotten more of those shots, but I think I did pretty well given what was going on that day. Another thing that was difficult while I was filming was I ran out of room on my card because I had, several hundred photos from the previous two projects on there. So definitely next time, I think once I know that everything is safely on my hard drive and or the project has been turned in, I think I'm definitely going to remember to format my card so that I don't have to stand there and delete everything while I'm trying to do this interview. Then the next hardest part, kind of in between the shooting and editing phase, is choosing what story to tell, because there's so much I could have asked Carly about, especially having competed at the Olympics. Like, that's such a rare experience. So it was hard, given that the video was only supposed to be a minute, to try and fit everything in. But I think I did a pretty good job overall selecting the right parts to tell you kind of who Carly is, how she got to where she is, and where she's going next. And I think that if I wanted to do a follow-up project or something like that and focus more on specific experiences like the London 2012 Games, then that could just be a totally separate thing. And then the editing process itself is just difficult. It's time-consuming, very detail-oriented, but I like detail-oriented stuff. Like, that's just who I am. So something that I didn't realize until Professor Johnson pointed it out to me was that I had enough footage for a video sequence, or two actually. So just trying to recognize that and trying to learn that for the future. But then the hard thing once you do realize that you have enough footage is putting it all together and matching the action in a way that it looks believable, it looks natural. So that basically is like if her arm was up in one shot, in the next shot it had to be kind of moving in the same motion that it would be. So that was really difficult, but I think that those tiny details, even though it's something really obscure and you think, oh, most people won't notice, I think it definitely makes a big difference and definitely makes your project seem more professional if you're able to edit it well. So yeah, I'm really proud of the way that it turned out, and I'm looking forward to doing more video in the future.